Good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I love it. Happy September, if we can stand it. Oh my goodness, it is September already. Labor Day is coming up. I love it as well, but it's a little bit sad. It's kind of dark in the morning when I get up and pretend I'm going to work out because lately I have been a lazy slug. But anyway, we won't go there. That's another day. That's another day's topic. Welcome to Get Your Professional Edge On Career Zoom virtual breakfast. I am always feeling very touched and honored that you come on Wednesdays and join us. You know me. I get a little sentimental. I get a little sassy. It's everything rolled up in one on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we are here, however, to make sure that you are getting your professional edge on, as well as feel confident about the job landscape, whether you're trying to increase your career right now, go for a promotion, or make that long awaited, career shift, the new pivot. Well, you have this time to reconsider and talk about it. So I am Amy Cole, executive recruiter, which is one of the reasons why I feel very knowledgeable in this field. To career coach, I am on the phone daily with hiring managers, hearing what they are looking for in candidates, and also finding when I present certain people, the reaction and why, and what it takes for me to then verbally go back and stand up for a particular candidate, for example, if their particulars aren't that strong as a resume or a LinkedIn. So I'm on, that's what I am as an everyday executive recruiting for 20 years. We've also been coaching probably for the last 12 of those 20. We added it in later. And I am speaking a great deal as well now on virtual events on what it takes to hire and what it takes to find and get a job in this digital economy for you, the professional, the executive, or the small business leader out there that is trying to attract clients. It's my passion. I say that people are my passion and recruiting is my business and coaching is my business, because we're going to talk today about the purpose that we are all brought on this earth to have. And I'm just that girl. You're finding out, you're getting to know me on Wednesdays, and I am. I've been that kid since third grade. I'm the cheesy Girl Scout cadet as a senior in high school. I don't have a boyfriend, but I'm going to old folks home and knitting, weaving hot place with these people because I just like the people part of life. So everybody's got that unique, gorgeous gift, and you have one too. And I'm just that people girl. So welcome to Virtual Breakfast. This is for you. We are a resource. We are a network of very mission-driven, beautiful people. And I say that because I know the men and women that have made connections on here and feel the same energy that I feel for you. They feel from the other people in the Hollywood squares, as I like to say. And it's important that you take full advantage of this. This is, my sister and business partner, Lisa Waskelowitz, has always said it's almost like your personal advisory board on Wednesday mornings, because there is a great deal of information, knowledge, intellect on this call, and feel free to link into those people. Last week we talked about that. And so, this is for you for that reason. It is a resource, and it is an important, very important place for you to add connections, to build relationships, to uniquely find partners that we can complementary walk down the path with. So I know most of you. I do see so many awesome, amazing, gorgeous faces that I do know. For those of you that don't know me, welcome and hello. You will get to know I am Amy Cole. Lisa Waskelowitz and Barry Sayowitz make up the Amy Cole Connect team. We're here every Wednesday. We're also here on the campus of Amy Cole Connect, where we have other opportunities for you to jump in on coaching. Can't get into all that this minute, but we will later offer you that opportunity to be more a part of our campus and our community. So staffing and manufacturing for 20 years. I can't believe it. We're doing home and beauty, apparel, with people like Ralph Lauren and people like Kate Spade, Amazon, Target, large manufacturing organizations, digital brands that have all direct to consumer in the beauty industry. So my knowledge is filled with helping professionals get those roles, senior roles, and also starting salary roles and starting off roles. And it is and I feel fortunate that I get to package you guys and help you package yourselves, because this is what I do for a living, and I get excited about seeing you excel. And that gets me like totally fired up. I just can't wait. And we have had 4, as you all know, I tell everybody, we have had 4 placements since COVID. If I was a larger firm, it may seem like I should have a larger number than that, but actually I feel very fortunate that we have had those 4 placements, because it is quiet out in the recruiting world. As I said, I'm talking to hiring managers daily, asking them if there's anything I can fill. Right now, this week, I have 2 people getting back to me about possibly needing to fill 2 jobs. So again, keep that love alive. It's happening. And, you know, you are here to show your strengths, but also be real. There is no judgment on this call. So feel when I call on you to be real. We often say we've got 3 stages in our world. Are we fear focused, unfocused, or strategy focused? Of course, our goal is to keep ourselves strategy focused. But if you're fear focused for a minute, believe me, I'm going to talk about that today. Or if you're, unfocused, I get it. We're all in the vortex at the current moment of so many different things that are passing. So it's also a place for accountability, right? To create accountability, to show up, and to show up well. And that's what today we're going to talk about, is showing up today, because this is your industry association breakfast, where you are creating your personality, where you are leaving your mark, and where you are professionally putting who you are as a brand out there. And it's in this virtual breakfast. So you can come with your hair up in athletic wear if that's what you feel, and that's okay. But if you look at this time as this is an hour a week every week that you can be building relationships, then take another half hour and put the lips on. You know, I am a person that's sassy. I'm going to tell you, it's pivot or pound the pavement right now in this market. This market is unique. We know this. You need to hear it once in a while from someone that loves you and wants to support you in that. Because honestly, yeah, this is a good hour to get your act together and to be a part. And next week, 25th anniversary silver jubilee of virtual breakfast. It is our 25th virtual breakfast. We are having a jubilee celebration. I'm going to ask you to try to wear an Amy Cole Connect color. That means you need to go, and Lisa will put this in the chat, amycoleconnect.com. What are my colors? I'll just tell you, it's a pink, it's a royal blue, and it's a green, emeraldy grass green. So we're just going to have some fun and try to wear one of those colors. You want to wear a networking hat, add a little more personality, I'm going to ask you to do that. We are also going to offer, for those that can bring 3 people out of our industry, out of your industry. I think Steve I is already going to win, but we'll figure that out. So bring 3 people out of your industry. Why is this important? Every industry is educating us today on how we should be as professionals in our own fields. And many of us are out to switch careers at this very minute, or to figure out our transferable skills into another industry. And that means hearing from and learning from people in other industries. And I mean any industry: caretakers, health workers, financial. Number one, all these professionals in different marketplaces can benefit from the same career skills that we are learning here, networking skills and partnering skills. They are valid no matter what industry you're in. They are industry agnostic. They are the tools through which to build your brand and service if you're a small business, or yourself professionally in any industry. But that man or woman that shows up next week, and we expect a lot of men and women that show up next week that have 3 people out of their industry. We're going to ask everybody to put in the chat how you got here and what industry you're in. We will then announce the next week someone gets a free month to Job Search University, which is also very important for you if you are a business. Job Search University helps you build your brand out on LinkedIn and your resume and your packaging and your presentation to be more impactful. So it's applicable. So if you're a small business on here and you win the prize, and if everybody that brings 3 people out of the industry win the prize. So there's more than one prize for those that bring 3, and they just need to go through the register process. You'll get an email probably in the next day or 2 about inviting a friend, or 2 or 3. So please do that. We're very excited to spread our wings and to learn from others. This is a benefit for us as a group. The other piece about 25th anniversary is we are going to do breakout sessions. So I hear somebody's if you can mute yourself, that would be helpful. If I hear somebody, yeah, okay. So guys, next week when I say Virtual Breakfast 25th Anniversary Jubilee, we are having a very unique woman speak, 11-time author. She is a professional speaker on connectivity, on connections, on networking, on what it takes and what's a connector's advantage is her most recent book. She will give us the lead, and we are then going to break out into breakout sessions. So that's something different on this Zoom. You're going to get put into random rooms, and you're going to be given a topic and a certain amount of time to speak, and you are going to meet some of these women and men on the Hollywood squares that you've been chatting with or not chatting with for 25 weeks. So this is where we take it live and we start to really up our game. And that is a place that I really want you to feel that you know that we're doing here. Okay, I want us to gain so that we are stronger together and that we can all be ready in this market. Whether you're working right now or you're looking for work right now or you're looking to build your business, we all need to be ready for the opportunities that come. Okay, and every week we go through, and I mentioned the 5 P's of your professional edge, because this is the modality that I train through, and this is what I have created as a system through which to learn how to build your professional brand out. And it's the 5 P's. It is your purpose. It is your professional brand. It is your professional profile, which is your packaging, your resume, LinkedIn. It is your partnerships, and it is positioning those partnerships and positioning your whole package. Okay, and today I want to take 2 minutes to talk about our purpose. If we don't feel inspired by who we are and what we're meant to be, it's very hard to go out with this sense of confidence and this sense of excitement and this sense of influence. So it behooves all of us to take a minute and decide what makes us get up in the morning. And if it's loving your children, then then that's fantastic, and that's what you do. But I bet you use that type of love and caring in your workplace. You care about your clients. It's genuine. That authenticity shows. Purpose shows. And when I say purpose, I mean it, that I tell you that I love the people part. That's my purpose. God has given us a purpose, a God-given purpose. And he's already created us and helped us succeed in that. So we need not to live in fear, but faith that it will come to fruition if we stand strong in our purpose and put it out there and be authentic and be raw and be vulnerable. Although I come across very confident and having fun here, I am loving every minute of seeing you. This is something that I do get anxious about in the morning. Okay. But I know that it's my purpose. I've been called to empower people. I've been called all my life to empower people. The 8th grade girl that didn't feel so excited to be a part of something. I'm like, come on, we can do this. You got this. Just who I am. It's who I am. My nieces and nephews, we've got this. We can do this. Don't get nervous about high school. We got this. It's who I am. So, and it just comes out in every way, step. Does that mean I have to be a recruiter? No, I could have gone into finance and used that purpose and help people empower them in their finances. But that purpose is thread through my curriculum, and it's thread through my presentation here, and it's thread through all of the things that I do in recruiting. The companies that ask me to hire for them, I'm their partner so that their people stay a long time and that I understand what they really want out of people, because they're building a community. Helping people get jobs is helping someone build a community of productivity and profitability. The purpose piece is that I love the people piece, and I bring them the people that have that similar passion to work for them for their business. So those are the 5 P's of the purpose. And I happen to have been reading a book this week, and Winston Churchill there was a quote from him, so I stole it. Not mine, it's Winston Churchill's. Before you can inspire with emotion, you must be swamped with it yourself. Before you can move their tears, your own must flow. To convince them, you must yourself believe. And it's not always easy to believe in ourselves. And this is a time when we're not really sure if there's so much uncertainty. So if there's anything I can recommend is some type of self-love. What helps you right now feel at peace personally, where you can then dip in and really love who you are, what you're up to, why you're here and why you're called on this earth, and what your purpose is, because it is magnificent. So, and I'm preaching to the choir. I need to self-love Amy Cole too. So enjoy that piece. And I just think Winston Churchill, before you can inspire with emotion, before you can move their tears, your own must flow. To convince them, you must yourself believe. So that's where we're going. All right. So I know this is a lot. Those 5 P's are a lot to take in, but you hear them every week. So feel confident that they are something I strongly believe in and that you have. Last week, we talked about LinkedIn and the 3 essentials of a killer LinkedIn profile. I was the guest. I was the host. I was the expert, industry expert. And we talked about, you know what, your professional profile. You're packaging your expertise as a benefit to the company. What's in it for them? We also mentioned that in that summary, which is a very underutilized segment of LinkedIn, the importance of weaving your brand into your purpose into your personal brand so that you don't look just like another sourcing or logistics executive or sales executive. There is something about you that resonates with someone when they read your summary. It is the about section. I'm not talking about the job listings. It is that about section. It's the most underdeveloped section of most people's LinkedIn. That's what I brought up as one of your number ones. But it has to read with a purpose, your brand, an authenticity, as something that makes me want to chat with you. We're getting rid of this cold-hearted computer and bringing you live on that particular platform. And that was a big part of that. That was one of the 3 essentials, was weaving your purpose and brand into that about summary. And professional profile, packaging yourself with what's in it for them, right? Showcasing your skills as a benefit to that company. Companies are hiring you because you're going to benefit that company. They're not hiring you because you're a nice girl or you know what's going on. They're hiring you as the benefit to that company. And lastly, we talked about partnerships and how if you and I create strong, rich partnerships based on similar things, based on our authenticity, right? It's a complementary partnership, not a competitive, but they're headed towards the same direction you are headed, then you can guide each other to that place and you can help each other network together to gain more credibility and respect in a marketplace. Partnerships are another thing I could talk hours about. And if you take one of my classes, we definitely do that. This week, we are talking about physical communication tactics to convert online. The physicality of you and I on this screen. So why doesn't everybody take 2 seconds, take a look at your lighting? Can you see your eyes? Is your background so busy that I just can't focus? Okay, so take a look at your screen view. And I am now going to invite our guest, who is absolutely darling, contagious, and qualified to discuss how you need to up your game in this digital marketplace where you have to convert. We are inviting Michael Ingram today, and he is a voiceover and a camera instructor. Comes from a darling family. His wife is in our community, and she introduced me to him. I've spoken to his son, who is he's in a marketing, very bright guy. The only person I haven't met is the daughter. They are a darling family filled with purpose. Every conversation I had with them, I understood who they were from the guts, the authenticity of who they are. They are converting on the phone and online. And Michael is going to teach us the unique skills of really conversational presentation. I mean, Michael, you can critique me all you want, you know. He's a past Broadway person, does voiceovers, has a company called voicetechniques.com. I've asked him to put that in the chat. And of course, you'd like to link into him when we get off the call. He's tight for time today. So we're going to have to kiss him goodbye at about 10:30, 10:35. And I understand that. But Michael, thank you for the time that you have given us. And you mentioned to me that you really help people to speak with authenticity, to relax, and to be clear. And that your gift is, you know, now as things have transitioned, a great deal of virtual interviewing. So I'm going to ask you to share a little bit about your past and, you know, head us up on some of those communication techniques that we need. Welcome. Are you there? Are you frozen?
I don't know whether you can just hear me. Okay.
Yeah,
we can have some internet problems.
Okay, well, we don't have internet problems now. We're going to raise
it. So I'd like to say good morning again. My background, as Amy's told you, is in television commercials. Doing them, I've been in that business for the last 44 years. So any gentleman here with gray hair understand what 44 years is. And we're wondering, where are we going? Well, let me just say that the best thing you have going for you is yourself. And anything that you present needs to be honestly all about you. You know, we grow up being taught that there's something not nice about yourself. It's selfish. But if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't present yourself, you know, in the most honest way, nobody knows who you are. You know, it's this constant facade. We have enough of that, you know, in our daily lives. So what I teach is I teach presentation skills in terms of presenting yourself as naturally as you and I would be having a conversation right here. It's no different when you get online with somebody. I had a very interesting experience with my wife, as Amy spoke to you about. Presentation in
Wow.
And she then read it to me and read it to me and read it to me until finally she didn't have to read it anymore. It became part of herself, you know, that was presenting herself. And the more she relaxed and the more she understood that it was about her, that, you know, it became all of a sudden a new life. It was quite amazing. She's not an actress, but she was. See, acting is not acting. Acting is reacting. And I learned that from a great instructor named Sandy Meisner, probably 55 years ago. And, you know, reaction to a situation needs to be real. If you slip on a banana peel, you have a reaction. You can't plan it. So my thoughts to you is get together with yourself and present who you are, what you believe in the most, and write yourself a little 2-minute presentation that you can memorize, and do it until you forget it, until it is part of your right hand or your left hand. You know, you're not reading from a script. I remember when I was doing a soap opera and I had done a lot of stage, and I was on the soap opera for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, and they had teleprompters. I had never worked with a teleprompter, you know, but the best work didn't come from reading the teleprompter. The best work came from memorizing the lines, knowing all of the W's, the who, why, what, where, and when, you know, which we all do every day of our lives. So if you know that you're going to meet a potential client, if you're going to meet a potential boss, you know those 5 W's in front, and keep repeating those 5 W's to yourself, you know, and have the script memorized. There is a script that you're going, you know, they're going to say, well, what's your background? Well, blah, 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 and there you have it. You know, they've never heard it before. They've never met you before. It's got to be fresh. It's got to be in the moment. Beyond that, I don't know what to say to you, except, you know, it's going to be fun. And the whole thing should be fun, should always be a joy. It's like waking up in the morning. I love waking up in the morning. It's tough for me, and it's tough getting out of bed for all you gray-haired people, you know, every day. But I love getting up. You know, it's a new day, and I don't know what's going to happen. Yes. You know.
Can I ask you though, what about, it's very interesting that you say the why, the 5 W's. It's very much like my professional profile. I make sure that they understand what they're bringing, what their purpose, which is the why you do what you do. Mm-hmm. That's a great thing. And I probably should integrate that a lot more, because that is what why is your purpose. Why do you even come to this office every day? You know, and what about any other techniques that you offer? You say be relaxed, have it memorized. What other type of techniques would be anything within the physicality of speaking? Is it, you know, on the out breath and things like that? I think because of a voiceover, I think something.
Well, you know, no, my original training was as a singer, you know, basically opera is the way I learned, but I never, you know, I didn't like opera. It was too hard. I was too lazy. But that's, you know, at my age now, which there's some gray hair between the baldness, you can see, the voice is probably as healthy as it's ever been because, I worked my body that way. I don't like to exercise. So Amy, I'm not in your league.
Okay, okay. Don't worry. No judgment.
But, but, your voice is so important. It's the thing that you communicate with. If you smoke, stop it. That's all I can say. It's been 40 years since I smoked, and I'm, grateful for that. Keep your voice healthy. Always speak. How shall I say this? If you can sort of like speak up into your head, you'll use all of the resonators in your face to make that sound. Try to learn diaphragmatic breathing. It helps you relax. It doesn't set up tension in your shoulders. Once it's in your shoulders,
Yeah. Oh, Michael's.
were you able to hear me? Because we just got out of.
Repeat that segment. That is interesting because we learn a great deal in presentation about.
But
Go ahead.
right, so try not to breathe from here, which is called clavicular breathing. Try to breathe down here on your belly or whatever it is. Push that out, and you will be able to breathe because the air is going to drop right in, and it'll keep all of this relaxed. That's a physicalization that I can tell you as a singer works. It works. I did. You wear microphones, but you've got to have a.
You have to project in a certain way or speak richly. Yeah, you are going in and out a little bit, and I know that you've got to get out of. You're headed to the city.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Well, those are wonderful tips, and I appreciate it. So a lot of it is diaphragmatic breathing, which is a relaxation technique before you and I get into an interview situation or we're talking to a new business partner potential. And since it's all happening on Zoom, making sure that we understand that. You also brought up that relax of the shoulders is a physicality that really does add that sense of confidence. The other thing I need to work on, and I think you're going to concur, is to pause.
Sure.
Is to pause.
Take a beat.
Yeah, take
a beat, and just like if I said to somebody, right, if I said to you, Amy, take a beat, any sound.
Say it one more time, and then we're going to let you fly because of technology. Wait, Michael, we didn't hear it because of technology, but we're going to let you fly. Is it take a beat and say something in our head?
No, take a beat and just exhale.
Okay.
Make a sound, any sound. Ready? Breathe, go. Don't hold it. Now, give me a sound on that breath. Good. Go ahead, do it again.
Should we unmute everybody? Let's unmute everybody.
It's never the same. I want you to know.
Okay, we're going to unmute everybody. 1 second. Hold on. Lisa Cole, can you unmute everybody?
It's called moment to moment. Moment to moment.
Okay. So tell us, Michael, put us through it one more time.
Moment to moment, like this.
Awesome. Michael, thank you very much for saying hello, for stopping by, for being you. We appreciate you. Have a good trip into the city, and everybody
about the internet
has your information on the chat, and we will link into you, and we will see you next week at 25th anniversary.
Okay. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. I love it.
Ciao. My website is in the chat room.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye. Here's what's going on here. And fun for the Broadway performers. I don't know if Judy McLean is on today. She's our Broadway performer and teaches me a great deal about presentation in a group and on stage. And it is some of those small, which aren't easy. Diaphragmatic breathing is not easy. We all tend to live right up here. I do it. And you also notice I'm very a high cadence person. I speak quickly, I move quickly, and I am working on taking that breath, inviting you in. You'll find people with exceptional confidence don't even yell, right? They just speak at a cadence and at a volume that you need to be more engaged. The more loudly you speak, the less engaged they have to be. And I am sharing that I am seeing myself do this rapid fire and da 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 da. So, you know, it is a journey. We're 6 months into this virtual breakfast, and I am still every week leaving saying, I should take a breath. Just take a breath. So, in addition to that voice piece, there is the lighting piece of your what's happening right now as we are connecting online and converting and navigating promotions and being a leader on a team or being managed by someone and need that management to understand how engaged we are and how excited we are and that we are looking for a promotion and what's it going to look like when it comes to the time to either behavioral interview or be up for that promotion and have to navigate that and have to really prove our point. So you know my partner, Tony Navy, and I'm going to give you a little background before bringing in her beautiful face. But we are partners because she helps small business leaders and middle-sized leaders, she works with companies 500 million, and she goes into corporations and helps their leaders right now communicate to convert. And she is offering pandemic consulting as well, because right now converting online is new in this new dynamic. And that is the title of what that particular category is. And companies pay her wonderful sums of money to come in for a day or for 2 days and to teach those leaders how to communicate to convert as they are having 5 and 10 and 25 team members all across the globe or all across their state as they're not working from home. So I'd like to have Tony come on in, introduce herself, and share with you, in addition, you're a leader. You're a leader when you're interviewing. You're a leader when you're going after partnerships. So just switch the word to professional. And that's where our partnerships come in. She goes into corporations and helps seniors, managers, and leaders. I help professionals. And we are complementing each other. We are not competing. And she ends up at those companies and they say, Amy, they're hiring. I told them about you. And I have hiring companies and I say, Tony, I know their leadership team could really benefit from what you have to offer. I would like to introduce you. So we are constantly introducing each other because our target audience, 500 million and less, 200 million and less is my target audience, 500 million and less is her target audience. It's the same audience. We offer two different things. And we are unique because we have the same values. So when I talk brand, weaving through your partnerships, it has to be there. Your purpose and your brand have to align so that you're such a complement to that woman. Because if she converted at that company, Amy Cole's going to convert, but just with recruiting and not with leadership development. So I'm going to invite Tony to come on. I got to find you guys. Gallery view. Here we go. Miss Tony Navy, I love you. How are you?
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, absolutely.
Well, perfect. I just wanted to make sure. Good morning. I am doing fine. How are you, my dear? It's so great to be here, as always.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, please, state your name if you would, because of industry, and then obviously put that in the chat after we finish, but go ahead.
Sure. Tony Navy, for those that don't know me, I do a bit of business strategy, but as a VP of operations and leadership development, like Amy was saying, I get a chance to go in and work with leaders as well as entrepreneurs, but leaders to do what I call pandemic consulting, being able to help them communicate, to be able to lead high-performing virtual and on-site teams in the age of COVID, and being able to set up some of those flexible workplace programs so that people can actually work off-site or on-site or no matter where they are around the world. So it is my love, my passion, and I've had to pivot to get to this place too. So thanks for having me.
So, can we talk a little bit about, Michael shared the voice. He's a voiceover guy, and obviously your voice is imperative. But, we've talked a lot about when we go in, how do we help people present their whole thing. For example, your background is solid. It is professional. You're professionally dressed. It's 7 o'clock in the morning in California. You know, and how are you helping a leader to show that, let's say the word authority, in fairness, right? We need to have authority.
Well, I think a portion of it's authority, but also in this space of a pandemic, it's also being able to assert influence and deliver influence and compassion in this space, right? Because there are a lot of people going through a lot of things emotionally, and many times that doesn't always translate in a virtual world. So you do have to change how you're connecting with people. And sometimes it's you learning and stepping back as leader and saying, okay, this is my leadership style, but I need to shift that and change that, not only in the space of a pandemic, but the fact that you have different employees. It's just like a parent with 4 kids. You cannot treat each child the same way. And I'm not saying people aren't children. I'm just saying you need to recognize there's differences in the people that you're leading, and being able to actually connect with them in the way that works best is a part of that leadership and a part of your style. So although we may be connecting, and yes, I do make it a point to bring my best self visually, because because even though we're working at home or you're working virtually, it doesn't mean you can actually show up on this screen and your bed's unmade in the background and you came in your pajamas and things like that. There is what I just submitted my trademark for, pandemic. How to have proper etiquette in a virtual space. So I'm saying it because I just submitted my trademark.
Good. That's a good one, yeah. And
so we call it pandemic. So it's a pandemic for myself, but also a leader, I should say, but also for the professional. So the leader needing to be able to assert authority, it comes different virtually, because now it's about influencing and really connecting subtly, but still coming across and saying, with clarity, these are the things that are going on. This is what we need, but also helping your team to start becoming, leaders in this role. And that's what I call leadership everywhere, because the more you can inspire somebody and motivate them or engage them, empowering them to rise up, the more productive they are from a virtual standpoint as well.
how about lighting? Because I ended up purchasing lights because of you. So share a 1-2, how easy it can be. If you
know what, the 1-2 is you think that having the lighting from behind you, or the mirrors behind, the windows behind you are good. And actually what that does is that washes you out. So even if you don't go and purchase a whole bunch of lights, one of the things I've learned is there are people that may have the window, and if you have light, like outside right now is kind of still a little dark because it's only 7-something here, but my desk is still in front of a window, because having that natural light is very helpful, or at least putting a light in front of your face is very helpful. And white light is better than yellow light. So when you look at all the squares, you think about, okay, this person has yellow lighting if there's kind of a yellow hue. In my case, I did buy a lighting kit, which are very inexpensive. I think the one you got was like $68.
Yeah,
and it's just a nice light that actually shines the white light into your face, and it just allows you to present much better. It is something that's worth an investment, especially in whether you're professional or not. There's entrepreneurs on here, there's leaders on here. You're going to be doing this for some time.
Yes.
How you actually show up, like, the gentleman was saying, Michael was saying, how you show up, how you present yourself, it is a part of your brand. I can't put you on as a speaker or somebody that's going to do XYZ if we can't get your brand is not there, if we actually can't have you show up professionally.
Correct. You're right. Okay, great. Well, thank you. I think that's, I think interesting, the white light and the yellow light. I'm going to, sometimes you hear something that's so obvious to you, and I don't really know the difference between a white light and a yellow light, but you did have me purchase a light kit. And guys, yes, we spent $68, and it is just filling this. It's right behind my computer, and it's filling me with light. And as I am doing engagements in speaking, I need to make sure that amount of light is really consistent, and the only way to get that is with a light. They actually have, for those of you interested, thank you, Miss Tony, I'm just going to highlight me for 1 sec. They have lights, guys, that clip onto the top of your laptop now. They too are $75, and you could just Google Zoom lighting, literally, and go to Amazon, and they're a clip-on. And if that's all you need for the few times that you're going to be interviewing, or if you're in group classes, or if you're attending conferences, Okay. It is those that stand out and are well lit. Oh, you have it. Okay, Tone. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is one of them, but they have them that are much larger. So if you're not going to invest in big lights, this is a small, so you can see how small it is relative to my head's pretty big too. But anyway, as my husband and I mean anyway, but you can see the size of. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall, so my hand is pretty big, but still, you can see the size of your hand. They have these as big as this that still clip onto your computer and give you more light than just my little guy here.
And how does that clip on? I don't see the clip. Oh, come on. Really? Guys, I'm going to put that. That's a Silver Jubilee thing. I'm going to make sure I tell everybody to get that.
So they have, it's round and you're just going in. Let me tell you what my brand is. Because you know I got this off of Amazon. I don't even know. It says it's, let me put my old people's glasses on. QLA, it's Olea. It's a selfie ring light. So if you just look at just look up selfie ring light.
Yeah.
Selfie ring light, yes. If you look up selfie ring light, you go to Amazon, you're gonna see small selfie ring lights, but they'll probably also come up with the larger ring lights. But it's called a ring light. So you can get them, I've seen them much bigger than this. So if you're not like, oh, I need to invest big bucks in something huge, don't do that. You can invest in a ring light and it will still clip onto your actual desktop and it'll still give you that frontal light that you need.
Perfect. And Holly Ferris, who we adore, just said, I bought a Lumen Cube, works great. Suction cups, Lumen Cube is rechargeable. So take a look, Holly, I actually looked at one of those and some people said that if it move it from computer to computer, the suction gets lost. So figure out what the best one is for you. But guys, selfie ring light, and look in the chat, Holly offered a Lumen Cube. I love it. That is fabulous. Okay. Guys, I want to say two things. Number one is always, we're going to talk to people on the call. Okay, so I want to hear from a few people. When I call on you, this is a part of your brand. This is a part of getting practice for Virtual Breakfast 25. And I want you to, your name, introduce your title as well as your industry. And I'd like to ask today, what are you doing to enhance your digital presentation, your physical presentation, or do you have a challenge that you want to throw out? And we'll be happy to answer it. So I'm going to go into the Hollywood Squares. Ann Pashia, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, I'm not 100%, but I hope so. How are you?
Hi, I'm good today. How are you?
I am good. So tell me name, industry, and what you are doing to enhance your digital view.
So Ann Pacchia, I'm in the apparel industry. I've been working as a raw materials manager, and I am enhancing my digital view by, first of all, being here. Definitely very interested in the voice practice, things like that. And I've got a good space here, but I've got to get something going on. You know, I feel like it's actually too much of a blank space. So I need to do something to show a little bit more personality back here. You know, I've got dreams of a custom bookshelf, but I've got to figure out something that, you know, I can
Immediate.
get moved right away. Yeah.
Well, I love you for saying that, and I'm going to be honest. You're absolutely right. You want some type of personality. You know, people pick the virtual backgrounds from Zoom. It's all personal.
True.
It's not my first and favorite choice, but if there's something that's more subtle, I mean, some people that are in the yodeling fields of Amsterdam, I get a little kick out of. I find it a little bit more distracting. And I want to say, when you are interviewing, you want people to be focused on your eyes. So that's another thing that we need to work on. We are communicating through our eyes today because it's digital. And I tend to move around.
I think that's a challenge, to be looking at the camera as opposed to looking at the screen for the person that you're interacting with. And you do miss out on seeing their reactions and everything to a degree, but you know, keep trying to look at that camera.
Well, no, and I love that you said, you know what, you're showing up here. Keep practicing. It's all good. You know, and we will get better. And let me tell you, just by being knowledgeable of where you should be, you're one step ahead. Okay. And the practicing, I love Michael because I'm doing videos now for promotional things and for the website, and he's not wrong. I will write a script, but it's the 6th time I've read it that I finally take the deep breath and say, okay, this is really what I want to share, and let's get it from the guts, you know.
True.
And so that's very important. Thank you for sharing all that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Sarabi, I know it's only your picture, but I'm going to ask you to, if you want to, oh, there you are, my friend. How are you? Please give us your title, your name, your industry, and unmute yourself and share. What are you doing for your digital presence? I like your digital presence.
Thank you. So I am Surabi Bothra from One DigiCard. What I do is we provide interactive digital business card. So they're helping everybody better their digital presence. And yes, this is what I am doing. I have a virtual background because right now I'm working from home, and because I have a little one, I keep on moving around. I don't have a office space that I'm working with specifically all the times. So virtual background kind of helps. Like I can be in any corner, which is not that fabulous, of my house, and I can still look like presentable enough.
And what are you doing for lighting? Because your lighting is pretty good.
Oh, I have white lights. I have like a standee 5 white lights together, so it kind of throws lights on all the directions. So I am not like patchy from any side.
Got it. Interesting. Okay, great. Well, we need to learn more about what digital business cards are. So at Virtual Breakfast, you will have to share.
Sure, I would love that.
That's great. We would love to see you. And so you're in a whole different field than our field, and it's exciting. And you know, do the things that we're talking about resonate in reference to presentation and purpose and brand?
Yes. So I really liked what you said about showing up and having a purpose and telling why you do what you do. Like that was something I was like, wow, like, you know, I really like that. And to articulate that in words is something that like I think I'm struggling, because I know why I do what I do, but to be able to clearly state that out there is something I'm working on right now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to share right now. So nice to meet you, because we haven't met, and I know Steve invited you.
Yes.
Welcome. I'm telling you, he's winning the prize next week, but that's all right. It's all good. I'm ready to give it. So thank you. We will speak again. Welcome. Welcome.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. On that note, on Surabi, I hope, Surabi, your brand needs to be on your resume. Okay, people are reading your resume for 6 seconds. Your online resume is your LinkedIn. And if that is a place right now where you are just not converting, people are not reacting to your online registrations or to your applications, and you feel that you need to somehow power punch that profile, which I use my little fingers because I put it on the top of the resume to give people what you are as a human brand with your expertise. Don't forget, your personal brand is your purpose woven into your skills and expertise. It's how you deliver those skills and expertise. Not just I am XYZ, I am in sales, I am a technical designer in wovens. No, it is passionate that I make things fit. I find joy in making the customer feel good in the item that makes her look good. Okay, that's why I'm a technical designer, not because I'm good at technology and I have 3D and I have an Excel chart and I love to, pin and get to the vendor, right, and speak back. So for those of you that don't feel that that resume currently resonates or is hitting the mark, and you are furloughed or let go, you're not getting traction, and that is something that you need one step up with. I'm going to have Lisa share her screen, and we are offering resume review and recommendations. It's 90 minutes with me. And here it is. So it is really, it's a private session. And I usually do VIP big private sessions, but this question has come up so many times. AIM, I haven't done my resume in 15 years. I got every job in an elevator. I met him at this particular. So I understand that it's different. I understand the importance of right now, what that means. And once you build out this resume, you are able to translate it into your LinkedIn. But in this 90 minutes, we're going to mostly focus on making sure we brand that resume with that profile, okay? And we're going to optimize those expertise. Yes, we dig into how you have to also speak to your career experiences. But with people reading a resume for 6 seconds, they need to capture it in the first sentence. Some are going to read your summary. Some are only going to read your career experience and look at your jobs, look at your years. Every critical eye matters, but we've got to personalize you so that you're attractive to that hiring managers and you can engage other job opportunities. If this resonates with you, I would love to sit down with you. Okay. As I say, I can't get into all the 5 Ps, all these every Wednesday and all that jazz, but there are ways that you can take this further and jump into the Amy Cole Connect community. And this is with me. So if you would like to, feel free, and Barry's sharing, but you will find it on amycoleconnect.com/coaching. Lisa, actually, Lisa, can you put that is actually not in the coaching page. So Lisa will put that link in, and Barry just put it in as well. So that's fabulous.
And
Now,
Amy, can I just say one thing? Because you may and I try not to interject because I just love everything that you have to say anyway, but I want to make sure people actually are hearing really what the opportunity is that you're getting is just a chance to connect with her as an expert, even for that 90 minutes, which I think is amazing. I had no idea that you were giving that. So I think that is so powerful. Because in 90 minutes, I mean, even in 60 minutes talking with Amy, you guys need to understand she's able to actually go through and immediately pull out things or results, things that you're not actually delivering on your actual LinkedIn profile, ways that you're able to leverage that profile so that you can actually make the connections on LinkedIn properly, why it's converting, why it's not converting, specifically the things that you need to be saying, but also what are the pieces that are missing that are going to position you, especially in the online space, for moving forward. This is an opportunity you won't normally get. Like she said, she does VIP sessions for $3,500. You're now able to actually, I mean, I'm just saying, so you're now, and she has helped me tremendously with just, here's a couple of the key tweaks that I need to make, the activity I need to have, the specific things I need to say in the right places, which make all the difference for you being found online also, in addition to you being able to network with people that actually say, okay, I want this person in my network. They can look at you now and not want you because of the way your profile is. And all of a sudden you don't get referrals or you don't get job opportunities and LinkedIn doesn't see you. That's the power of actually working with Amy. So I had to say that because
well, thank you.
I wanted to toot your horn this time, so
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. And guys, I mean, I love what I do. So when Tony says that, it's just one of those things that I do. I listen with a critical ear. You know me, I'm a bit sassy sass, and I have no time. It's 90 minutes, and we're going to chop, and you're going to leave, and then you translate that stuff onto your LinkedIn page. And that is a resume update. So I welcome you. And Tony, you're precious and you're amazing. And there are many women on this call and men that are in my classes right now and could probably speak to it as well. But I want to just invite some other people that we don't know to say hello. Elaine Dufour, I believe, joined us today. I need to find her. Elaine, are you in there? Or Lisa, do you see her? Elaine, are you a phone number? Okay.
Yes, I don't know if I'm a phone number. I'm on Zoom, 646-645-1611.
Okay, so let me go find you. So 646. Oh, there you are. Hello, nice to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So please give us your name, your number. Don't give us your number, but give us your name, your industry, as well as what are you doing right now to enhance your digital presence?
Okay, my name is Elaine Dufour, and I had been in the textile design industry. Right now, I'm not working.
You know what, Elaine?
And
use your phone.
Have done.
Wait, Elaine, hold on one second.
What?
So here's something. You're on a phone and you're on your computer. So this is good for all of us.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
So mute.
I'm so sorry. My name is Elaine Dufour. I've been in the textile design industry for about 30 years. I'm no longer there. I have been doing customer service for the last 2.5, 3 years, which is not unrelated. And I'm not working at the moment. I'm not doing anything digitally. I might take your 90-minute session. I have voiceover experience, so I really appreciated your guest speaker. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Well, nice to meet you. And we're happy that you're engaged here. Keep coming, and I would love to work with you one-on-one too and learn more about how we need to spin that. So
thank you so much.
You are welcome. You're absolutely welcome. Great to have everybody. I love how everybody jumps on in. It's fun. I always try to say hello to those now, Miss Mary Yeager, are you here? with a, if I ask to unmute you or ask to start your video, are you available? Maybe not. Okay. Cindy of Sea Rays, how are you? Hello, young. Yes, show us your absolutely.
Hi.
Hello, young lady. Welcome to Virtual Breakfast Career Zoom. We love having you. Your name, your industry, your title and your industry, your business.
Sure. My name is Cindy Ray. I own a special event design and coordination company called Sea Ray and Associates. And when the pandemic hit, I pivoted and started these fabulous little thought pops to spread a little joy and bring a little sunshine. And I think it's so important nowadays. People really want to be heard. And that's what helps them be engaged in calls and webinars, is that it's not all one way. If they can say, hey, that's really funny, I love that.
Yeah.
It's a way for their voice to be heard. It's a way for them to express themselves, and it's fun and it's engaging. And so I started this new little business called Sea Ray's Thought Pops.
I love it. Now I have a feeling you have a light.
Actually, it's the light from overhead. I always worked from home. And so when the pandemic hit, I just kept right on going.
Okay.
So I happened to have a light from overhead.
Excellent. And what are you saying? What would you say to people? Because so many events are happening now online. What are, in addition to that energy, the thought pops, the bringing that engagement, what else would be something for leaders and professionals on the call that they should consider as they are getting online and interacting?
Well, I think the thing to remember, and I know that it's all technical and we've got a lot of lights and cameras and microphones, but I think you ought to look at it as an event. I'm a special event planner. One of the things that we started from the very beginning that I thought of was, when you're in a waiting room, make it look like a ballroom door that's closed, that you're waiting to get into. You need to take that feeling of, we may not be able to gather in person, but we are, I think, thirsty for that experience. Okay. And so when you're planning your virtual events, I think it's very important to look at it as a real event. And if you're not sure how to go about that, hire an event planner and think of it, how can I, as a guest coming into an event, what's important for me? I need to feel like I've got someone to talk to. I need to feel like someone's going to hear me and see me. I want to be entertained and not just spoken at. I want to feel inclusive. Yeah. And take all of those things from real life events, and they do translate to virtual events.
Yeah, that's great. And I hope that is how people feel when they come to Virtual Breakfast, because there's a piece of me who wants to just include everybody. I can't say hello to every single person, the time doesn't allow, but next week on 25th anniversary, and I welcome you to please come, and very nice to have met you. I went to a virtual event conference the other day to meet Cindy, and guess what? The bottom line is, it is a live event every time you get on this call. So you're absolutely right. Miss Mary Yeager, I see you have showed your beautiful face. How are you? Nice to meet you. Your name, your industry, and your title. We're wrapping up here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm Mary Yeager. I design a collection of hand-dyed and manipulated textiles that I use for my collection of accessories and women's garments with a focus on sustainability and upcycling and circular fashion. Yeah. So my studio's in Brooklyn. I'm an independent designer. I design my own collection and I wholesale it to different retail stores, but I work mainly direct to consumer. So if you are looking for something to wear on a Zoom call, I would be very happy to work with you. Okay. And my collection is online at maryyeager.com.
Well, put maryyeager.com in the chat, and we will see you next week at the 25th anniversary, when you will be broken out into sessions and you guys can share exactly what you do and how you do, and we build our brands out together as a family. So thank you for coming to Virtual Breakfast Career Zoom. I am Amy Cole. Again, for those of you that would like to jump in a little bit deeper onto the campus of coaching and move things more into your way, then check out amycoleconnect.com. If you're interested in the resume builder, go to the offer that is in the chat. Barry will throw that in one more time. And I want to thank you always. I cannot wait for next week. You have no idea. The speaker is dynamite. She's helping us to convert and to communicate and to network in the ways that need to happen right now. She's a real ball of fire. And she will also guide us in some questions. And she said to me, you know, Aim, they're not going to be all business related. I said, great. Building rapport does not mean always being business related. So I'm glad that when we break into into breakout rooms, we will be talking about other things. So Amy Cole Connect colors, green, blue, and pink, a networking hat, as well as get ready to bring 3 friends out of your industry so that we can share with you the Job Search University for a month, free of charge for bringing those people. Have a great day. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you, Tony. And thank you, Michael Ingram, although he's driving right now to New York City. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.